My name's Kyle Kinsley. I'm with Merced Stanislaus County Property Management. I'm actually president and broker. Today we are talking about the utilities. Should I keep the utilities on in my name? We get asked that question quite a bit, and the correct answer is it depends. So what does it depend on? It depends on what type of property it is. If it's a single family residence or if it's a multi-unit. If it's a single family residence, usually the typical answer is no. You do not want to keep the utilities on in your name for one reason, liability. If for whatever reason you have the utilities on in your name and you forget to pay the utility bill and the utilities get shut off from the property, that is a huge liability that the tenant could come back and then say they turned off the utilities on us, even though you might have just forgotten or we're out of the country or whatever the case is. Also the other reason is if you have the utilities on in your name on a single family residence and for whatever reason the tenant's not paying rent, you still have to keep the utilities on in your name, so they could be bleeding in two different ways. They could not be paying rent and then running up a nice water bill. So that's absolutely not. On a multifamily, it's a little bit different. So I would generally say you want to keep the utilities in your name on a multi-unit for the reason of let's just say you have a duplex or a fourplex. If you assign one tenant the responsibility of keeping the utilities on in their name and maybe reduce the rent, which we've seen done in the past, that's usually not a good option, because if that tenant doesn't pay the rent, you're liable for the other three units the other three homes that now don't have water and power. So it is smarter just to keep the utilities on in your name if it's a multi-unit, just because if it doesn't have separate water meter, of course. If it has separate, then it's just like a single family home. But for the liability issue, so you basically you'd want to calculate how much it's going to cost you every month to have the utilities on in your name, and then kind of calculate that into the rent. Put it included, obviously, on your advertisement if you are looking for a tenant, but that would be the best way to do it. If you have any questions on that, you can contact us. My name's Kyle Kinsley, like I said. 209-202-9099 is our phone number, or you can check us out at team@mscprops.com. Thank you.